If you want to instantly become a better fighter in the new season, then you've come to the right place. I've been a top ranked player for over 9 seasons and have hit Unreal rank in the first week of every season. And today I'm going to be showing all of you 10 different ways to become a better fighter in ranked in the new season. And I'm even going to show you how I won a fight against a pro player that qualified to FNCS Grand Finals. And by the end of this video, you watching this video, are never going to find yourself losing a fight ever again. So if you haven't already, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, it means a lot. Also check out my other socials, but now onto the video. So first off, if you want to become a god fighter in the new season, you need to learn how to end fights fast. And one of the best ways to end fights fast is by using the ramp phase trick. The ramp phase trick is one of the best piece control moves to win fights in ranked. So in this fight right here, as you can see, there's a player boxed up below me in metal. I'm going to see him turn his back, so I'm going to pump him and then spray him in the back, and I'm able to crack him. After I crack this player, I'm going to push up to his wall and I'm going to look in his box and I'm going to see, is there a cone or is there a ramp in his box? If there isn't, what I'm going to do is, instead of trying to take the wall from this player, instead, as I break the wall, I'm going to hold out a ramp instead. This is going to throw a ramp in the other player's face, and this gives him two options. He can either stay in the box and break the ramp, or he's going to be forced to leave the box. Now, most people are going to try and leave the box and create space. So I'm going to move out to my left and I'm going to pre-piece the box next to him. But when I realize the player knows that I pre-pieced that side, he's now going to try and run out in the other direction. So I'm going to sprint out to the other side, pre-piece that area so that by the time he walks into that box, I have him full box and I can just pump him and pick up a free elimination. So if you want to pick up free kills in ranked, start using the ramp phase trick to piece control your opponents properly. Moving on now, let's talk about the next way to become a god fighter in ranked, and that is by learning how to do counter damage. Counter damage is basically just when you're on low HP, you look for damage on your opponent to regain the advantage in a fight. So an example of how to do counter damage would be in this fight right here. As you can see right here, I'm using my caddy launcher to rotate, but as I'm rotating in, another player is going to spray me and shoot me in my back. Now after this player gets this tag, obviously he's going to use his caddy launcher to come and push me. When this happens, I try and spray him, but I whiff all my shots because I'm garbage. And once this player tags me and starts to push me, the only way he's going to stop pushing me is if I do counter damage. So I'm going to use the new double jump coin to sprint out to my left, and then I'm going to dash up and over his head while holding out cones. This now allows me to land on his head, edit through the cone, pump him, and then crack him. Now as I'm trying to go onto this player's wall, I hear him below me editing through his wall. So all I'm going to do is double edit down while holding out a cone and then a wall in front of me. This grabs control of the box he's trying to move into, and now I have him stuck in a corner and I can easily edit through, and since I have such a health advantage, I can easily take that 50-50, pump that player, and then pick up a free elimination. So make sure if you want to consistently win fights in ranked this season, you start looking for counter damage on your opponents when they try and push you. Moving on now, let's talk about one of the biggest questions in ranked. How do you fight a player that is better than you? Well, today I'm going to be showing you how I won a fight against a FNCS Grand Finals player. So an example of how to fight against a player that is better than you or even a pro would be right here. As you can see, I'm fighting a player in the new POI. He's going to double edit on me. I'm going to block him off with walls. I edit onto his wall and I see there's no cone in his box. So I'm going to fake pickaxe swing and then hold out a ramp. This throws a ramp in his face, blocks his shot. All I have to do now is seal the wall, make a little edit, and I'm going to pump the player and pick up a free kill. But as soon as I pick up this kill, Oliver OG is going to try and third party me. So I'm instantly going to sprint back after grabbing the loot and create space in hard mats to give me time to think. But when he jumps straight on my wall, I'm going to edit up, edit through my cone, and then I look down on him, but I whiff my shot. And when I try and edit on the wall again, he counters it and he pumps me in the face and cracks me. Now after Oliver cracks me, I need to do counter damage in order to win this fight. So I'm going to shockwave away and act like I'm running away. This is going to bait him to caddy launcher over and chase me.
This kid is actually zero.
This leaves him exposed in the air, and I can spray him, dink him a few times, and crack him. But he's a good player as well, so he cracks me right after. And when he boxes up, I can't give him a chance to med up. So I'm going to use my shockwave to shockwave through his box and then break all of his builds. But now if you look at my gameplay, I have 0 mats. So all I'm going to do is track my opponent. I'm going to hold my crosshair on the player the entire time. Notice as he's moving, my crosshair moves with him. This means if he ever makes a bad edit or makes a mistake, I can easily counter it, pump him in the face, and then pick up a free elimination.
How is he shooting before me? How did he shoot before me?
So make sure, even if you want to fight players that are pros, you start doing things like this so that you can come out on top in all of your fights. Moving on now, let's talk about the biggest issue that every player runs into, and probably the reason you're dying in ranked, and that is because of third parties. Now in this new ranked season, Fortnite decided to add an insane amount of movement items to the game, and that means every single time you pick up a kill, you're more than likely going to get third partied. So here's a quick example of how I deal with third parties properly. So an example of how to deal with third parties would be right here. As you can see, two people in front of me were just finishing up a fight, so I'm going to use my caddy launcher to jump into his box. I'm going to pump him, and after I pump this player, he's going to use a caddy launcher to try and run away. And as he's shockwaving, I'm able to spray him and pick up a free kill. Now after I pick up this kill, another player is going to see me and he's going to start to third party me. So I'm instantly not going to go for any of the loot and be greedy, and I'm going to start to fight the player. Now when this player jumps in front of me, he's going to build walls and then he's going to build a ramp, acting like he's going to run up in that direction. So I'm going to sprint and then jump in the air while holding out a cone. This now blocks the player from running up, and now he's stuck, and I can land on his back and I can pump him. But after I pump this player and I put a wall in between us, I know that he's going to run out to the left. So I'm going to pre-piece that side of the box so that when he walks in, I can edit, pump him, and then reset the wall so I don't take any damage. And after this point, obviously the player is weak, so all I have to do is apply a little bit of pressure. He's now going to shockwave away, so it's an easy spray and I'm able to pick up a free kill. But I was only able to end this fight super quickly, even though he third partied me, because I wasn't greedy for the loot and I instantly went to push him. So make sure you're doing this if you get third partied. Now, if you do want to dominate every single ranked fight this season and come out on top in all of your fights, then you need to learn one of the easiest ways to win fights in ranked, and that is by cutting off your opponent's angles. So in this fight right here, as you can see, I'm tagging up a player and then he's going to get jumped in his back and he's going to die. Now when this happens, I know the player that killed him is in none of his own builds. So I'm going to cut him off when he tries to leave by landing on his side and then editing the wall. So when he tries to leave the box, I'm able to edit through, pump him, and crack him, and then I reset the wall to make sure I don't take damage. After I do this, I'm now going to drop onto his wall. I'm going to swing onto his wall, throw a ramp in his box, and this is going to force him to now leave the box and box up again. Now when this player boxes up again, I'm going to swing onto his roof, and I notice there's no cone in his box. So instead of throwing the ramp in and then trying to piece him up, I'm going to land in his box while holding out a ramp. This blocks his shot, and now I can edit on him because I know he has shotgun delay, and I can pump him. After I hit him one more time, he's super weak, so all I have to do is bleed through and I can pick up a free elimination. So if you want to become an insanely good fighter this season, start doing things like this to come out on top in all your fights. Now every fight you get into in ranked is in some way going to be different, so it's very important that you learn how to turn defense into offense in a ranked fight. So in this fight right here, as you can see, I'm running around with the new medallion. A player's going to see me and he's going to spray me in my back. When this happens, I'm going to swap to my hard mats and I'm going to box up and start popping my chugs. Now obviously the player is going to come up and he's going to drop onto my box. So I'm going to edit my wall, sprint up off a ramp, and then I'm going to use the double jump coin to jump over his head and then pump him, and I'm going to crack him. After I crack this player, he's going to create a 2x1 of space. I'm going to fake pickaxe swing to bait his shot, but he's going to read this and then he's going to drop onto low ground and create a 2x1 of space. Now when players create 2x1s of space, they usually leave the middle wall open. So as I break onto his wall, I'm going to hold out a cone and then place a wall in his box. This allows me to grab control before he can pull out his map and build a wall, and now I can easily pump him and then pick up a free elimination. And after I pick up that kill, I make sure to move out of his box and then create space in metal to make sure I don't get third partied. So make sure if you want to fight against good players in ranked, you start doing counter damage to win all of your fights. Moving on now, I want to talk about one of the easiest ways to piece control your opponents in ranked, and that is by reading body language. So in this fight right here, as you can see, I'm running around in the open. I hear a car behind me, so I'm going to turn around and I'm going to spray him while he's trying to push me, and I'm going to be able to crack him. Now after I crack this player, I need to make sure that he's not allowed to pop his meds, so I'm going to apply pressure to stop him from medding up. From the point now, I need to close the distance, so I'm going to swap to my shockwaves and I'm going to dash over to him. Now when I'm pushing the player, if we pause the fight right here, I'm looking into his box and I notice there's no wall to his right. That means he's probably going to move into that direction to try and create space. So to piece control him, I'm going to land on a cone and then drag a floor and a cone into the box I think he's going to go into. This gives me doubles over the top of his head. I can edit through, pump him, and crack him. And after I crack him, I throw a ramp in his face to block any shots he tries to shoot at me. And now I just edit through, pump him one more time, and then I can pick up a free elimination. So if you want to start ending fights quickly this season, start doing things like this so you can come out on top in all of your fights. Now, if you do want to become a god fighter this season, but you also just want to rank up insanely fast, then you need to learn how to pick up free kills in ranked. So an example of how to find free kills in ranked would be right here. As you can see, I've just picked up a kill. I'm running around in the fields with a caddy launcher and I see this player in front of me boxing up in wood. Now I can instantly tell this player isn't good at the game because he's boxing up in 4 boxes of wood. Now, since I know this player is bad, I'm easily going to be able to push him, and I'm going to use my caddy launcher to shockwave through his box, and I'm going to land on his backside, and I'm going to pump him, and I'm going to crack him. And after I crack this player, I realize he's going to look at the wall I was just standing on. So I'm going to elevate up a layer, edit through my wall, and then set up a double edit in the box that he's in. This allows me to grab control when he's still looking down at the wall, and I'm able to pump him in the face and then pick up a free elimination. So if you want to start picking up free kills in rank this season, start looking for the free kills around the map just like this. Moving on, let's talk about one of the best ways to force a mistake out of your opponent, and that is by applying pressure. So in this game right here, as you can see, I am on the edge of zone. I see a player gliding in, so I'm going to spray him. When he runs away with his glider, I'm going to chase him with my caddy launcher, and then he's going to box up a metal. When I see this, I'm going to spray his wall, and then I'm going to crack him. After I crack this player, I'm going to push up to him. But I noticed that when I sprint jump and then I use the double jump coin, I notice his back wall is open. So all I'm going to do is jump over his head and hold out a cone and a floor where I think he's going to be. This allows me to pre-piece him, full box him, and then I can edit through, place a cone, and then I can pick up a free elimination. So if you want to start winning fights just like this in ranked, make sure to use these moves. Now every fighting tip I've given you in this video is going to improve your fighting skills in some way or another. But it's very important not to just get focused on one thing in this video. You need to learn how to combine all of these skills into one actual ranked match or one actual ranked fight, so that no matter the situation, you come out on top in all of your fights, so that you become a better overall player when playing ranked. But that is going to wrap up this video, so if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll be live later today, and if you want to see how to rank up fast in the new season, go check this video out. But with that, I'm out. Peace.